about like what can we do. We've been looking at some of the things we want to change or some of the issues that we've seen in our organizations or in our organizing. And so this time, you can either turn, we're going to have you turn to the person next to you. So it'll go a little bit faster because it'll just be two of you. And you're going to answer these questions together, so discuss them. What goals do you have for your organization or your life or organizing in Gainesville? How can you and or your organization contribute to this movement, right? The Black Lives Matter movement, the movement against anti-Black racism, i.e. like what resources do you have? What can you offer to this movement, right? And then you're going to exchange phone numbers with your buddies. So those are the two questions you're trying to answer, right? What's coming next? What can you offer to the movement? And you're going to exchange phone numbers, and then in 3 weeks, you're going to check in with each other and see what goals you've achieved, right? How you've brought this workshop to your life. So that's what's happening right now. So you're going to find a buddy in your group, turn to them, and talk through these, and then exchange numbers. You got about 10 minutes for that. Maybe a little less, maybe like 7. What's that? Right.
Buddy, and you all, well, not hopefully, I'm going to say, I'm so glad you all found your check-in buddies, and you're going to check in with each other and hold each other accountable to the things that you said you were going to do from here. Because again, the work is not the workshop. Coming to this workshop doesn't mean that you are doing anti-racist work. Coming to this workshop means you're open to learning about it and open to putting it into action in the future. So we want to make sure that work gets done. We're pretty much done. We just want to say a couple of things before we head out. To follow up on this workshop, there's a lot of things that can be done. You all got your handout with tools and resources. We're going to email out. Hopefully you all put your email addresses on the list. We're going to send out some emails with more links to other organizations that you can work with, maybe some articles, things like that. There are several different organizations nationwide that do specific work around white anti-racist training and education. And some of them, for instance, the Catalyst Project has a 4-month training that they offer to white organizers that is specifically white anti-racist training. So there's all kinds of things like that you can do to further your own work. And we also want to make sure that you all are taking this work, keeping it local, coming to the events and things like that are coming up. So we want to take a couple minutes to shout out any events or meetings or things like that are relevant that that are coming up in the near future. We know about January 31st. The library. Conference room B at 2 o'clock. So everybody hopefully wrote that down, and we'll send it out in an email also. What?
There was debate about that.
It's 3 o'clock. Before we send out the email, we'll make sure we get the
2
right
or 3 o'clock.
Come at 2, be early. I know something going on Tuesday, very important in Jacksonville, is Marissa Alexander's retrial. And that's a huge thing. There are people coming from, I know there's people coming from California, there's people coming from Miami. It's a really big event. We're not that far from Jacksonville, so I know there's some people that are organizing to go. If there were enough people to get another vehicle or 2 more vehicles together and caravan out there, that'd be really awesome. Is there someone who, Christine? Maybe so if people are interested in that, maybe they could talk to Christine just to coordinate. Yeah. Are there any other?
Also on Tuesday for people who will be here, Wild Iris, I think Zot mentioned before, Wild Iris at 6 p.m. we'll be holding our Cop Watch meeting.
Okay, awesome. So if you can't make it to Jacksonville, come to the Cop Watch meeting.
Also on Tuesday on campus in Usler Hall, which is the Women's Studies Hall, at 6 p.m. Mia McKenzie speaking.
Canceled.
Oh, really? Okay, well, thanks for that information.
So it's canceled, so you can go to Jacksonville or Cop Watch. And you can all maybe work together to get Mia McKenzie to come some other time.
There's a benefit tonight at the Backyard Boca Fiesta for National Women's Liberation on the Roe v. Wade anniversary, which was this past week. Howie's Guts and Letters are playing, all women bands, and it's going to be at 10 p.m. Please come.
Where?
It's at the Backyard.
Okay.
Behind Boca Fiesta. And if it rains, there's a contingency on it.
So another CMC
moment. My name is Emily. I'm a former coordinator here. I just wanted to talk to people about the Friends of the CMC program. Every month, I'm a Friends of the CMC. Every month, I make a reoccurring donation to the CMC. And for those who are able to give $5, $10, $20, $50 reoccurring each month to keep this space open, it's really important. There's a constant funding need here, and a membership is great to get that annual $20 membership, 10 to 50 sliding scale, but to do a reoccurring donation through that and just have it taken out of your bank account, it's so easy. Is just so beneficial to the space and keeps the doors open. So I'd like people to think about it. You can easily sign up online through the website.
We have a music show here actually tonight, a national touring folk musician, acoustic musician, Pierce Pettis. So that will be happening between 8 and 10. It's a $10 to $15 sliding scale. We have to pay him because he's pro. And but that will be happening, and just keeping in touch with events in the community however you do it. And I also publish games for Laguana, and if you like that and know people that need to have it near them, feel free to take a stack from the rack and bring them out and spread them around. Thank you.
Not an event, but I have created a Facebook discussion group page specifically for white people to have these conversations and not be relying on people of color to teach us. It's been around for like 4 or 5 months, and it's mostly crickets besides me, so I need some help in getting conversations going and talking about hard things in and not relying on. Oh yeah, that would help. So finding it is now, the name has been changed multiple times. It is white folks committed to deconstructing white colors.
Straight to the point.
I know.
Something that some of us had started maybe last year, the year before, was the intervention skills discussion group. Sort of on like how to approach that rowdy white guy in the meeting. But some of us here, were here last year when we were doing that, and so there's been talk. We don't have any dates set up yet, but there's been talk about doing that again. So I'm sure it'll be, if it's in the CMC, it'll be on the calendar, and you all will hear about it as that comes up.
Awesome. So maybe if there's people can listen out for it, or maybe if there's people who are specifically interested to it, they can they can go ahead and talk to you.
Sure. Yeah.
And I also wanted to remind people, what was your name?
Marcus.
Marcus? Yeah, Marcus, who said that they were interested in doing a white anti-racist reading group, and so just to remind people that if you're interested in that, get together and talk about it. Or
Somebody else was doing or started something.
That was a Facebook